Now, for any man or woman around the country who has thinning hair, including myself, we've started to look at a new way of, well, not having thinning hair. It's called the Volumizer, and we're joined by Dolores Mackenzie this morning, and this is Catherine Long, who's getting the work done on it. Now, you're adding into the hair. Let's have a look at how Catherine looked at 7 o'clock this morning. I think that's the best thing for our viewers. There she is there, very thinning hair on top. All right, now that's how Catherine looked. So basically then you started on this job, the Volumizer, and you've been working for the last hour or so on it. So tell us exactly what you've been doing.
Well, first what we have done is we've created, we started with the net.
Right.
The net is the base, it's like a canvas. And the net is a very, very fine mesh, and Catherine won't feel this on her head.
So you can see the net here, it's along here, basically. So that's the net, that goes basically onto the head, and you're pulling the hair through it,
And what
right?
we do is we integrate Catherine's hair through the netting, existing hair through it.
All right.
And this gives us the ability to be able to add hair to Catherine's hair. You
so
see?
there's her own hair coming out there.
Yeah. And we use a very like a gel-like bond to hold it together.
These are like, people at home would say, like, these are like hair extensions going in.
It is a form of hair extensions, but it's not hair extensions. They're done with actually it's the only way that one can connect the netting is with a gel-based.
Right.
But if anyone was to ask Catherine, oh, your hair looks different, Catherine could say, oh, I just had extensions put in, which is, you know, pretty good for Catherine to say.
But I mean, so the net then stays attached to the top of your head.
For 6 months.
For 6 months?
Yes.
Is it, how does it stay? Is it like...
Well, because of this, Catherine comes back to me every 5 weeks and we tighten it up.
Right,
on her
so
hair.
you've tightened it in with her own hair. You've pulled it through, put these things on so that the net stays on.
That's right.
Now, does it feel like she has a net on her head? Does it look like, if people are looking into her head, does it look like she's a net on her head?
No, they'll never see the net. And Catherine won't feel the net. It'll just be, probably after today, she'll just feel a little, maybe, you know, something different on her hair, but after the first day... And
you sort of say when you wash it and everything, it's there.
Her body heat then creates it, and then the net just becomes like a second skin.
And it sort of forms into the head,
and it's almost like a security. You know, that Catherine knows that's what it's holding everything down, as I said before, where she can go to the gym and swing.
Can we just move the hair out of your way there for a second? When did you start realising that you were getting thinning hair?
About 10 years ago. Yeah, but I just realised starting to get thin on top, sort of a form of genetic alopecia, and that was really when it first started.
And why? And have you tried to do other things like shampoos, thickening hair?
Yeah, tried all different things like scalp sprays. Tried sort of even like wearing a wig and type things. But then just sort of thought, gosh, you know, it's not going to get any better, you know, realistically. So just sort of had a look on the internet and to see if there's anything, you know, suitable or what could. And
you came across
Dolores's website, yeah. And then there was an advert in that for like a model, you know, to take part in a before and after, you know, shoot. So I thought, right, I'll go for this and do it. Contact the Dolores.
Now if people want to know more, Dolores, it's hairspray.ie.
It's
simple as that. Simple as that. Hairspray.ie. They can get on and check out all this for themselves. But we're going to continue to follow the progress here this morning, and we'll be back to you another couple of times before we finish up at 10 o'clock, and we'll see the final results. So I mean, I know people are going to be very interested in this as the morning goes on to see exactly the finished product. I mean, at this stage, I would go, oh God, it's a bit like you might as well just get hair extensions, but you're promising that it will have the full look when it comes to us. How much does this cost?
Well, hair replacement starts at around $995, and then it goes up to $1,200, $300, $400, you know. So it's depending on the condition, and also, as I said, if the client has just a very little hair replacement, we do have small little lace pieces that we can add to the client's hair if she has patches for like €50, you know. So you're in different brackets depending on the condition of the client's hair.
All right, as we said, we'll be following this right throughout the morning. Very interesting, I must admit, and we'll be looking at the final result. Just about 5 to 10, but we're going to take a quick break. We have all the latest film and DVD releases. Thank you for staying with us. Now, all morning we've been following Catherine Long here. Catherine came in to us at 7 o'clock this morning. Catherine had a problem with thinning hair, and I know it's a problem for men and women right across the country. And we are also joined here by Dolores Mackenzie, and Dolores is from hairspray.ie. And the system that we're working on this morning is called the Volumizer, and that's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Yes,
You're adding volume to an existing hair. But, I mean, I was just saying before we came on air, to me, this is like a posh form of hair extensions.
That's a really good way to look at it. Yes, that's exactly what it is.